good morning, or good evening, depending on what time we are reading this together. This is day 74 of reading the Bible in 1 year. Joshua chapter 15, 16, 17, and 18. So let's read together. The allotment for the tribe of Judah, according to his clans, extended down to the territory of Edom, to the desert of Zin in the extreme south. The southern boundary started from the bay at the southern end of the Dead Sea, crossed south of Scorpion Pass, continued on to Zin, and went over to the south of Kadesh Barnea. Then it ran past Hezron, up to Ada, and curved around to Karkar. It then passed along to Azmon and joined the Wadi of Egypt, ending at the Mediterranean Sea. This is their southern boundary. The eastern boundary is the Dead Sea as far as the mouth of the Jordan. The northern boundary started from the bay of the sea at the mouth of the Jordan, went up to Beth Hogla, and continued north of Beth Arabah to the stone of Bohan, son of Reuben. The boundary then went up to Debir from the valley of Akko, and turned north to Gilgal, which faces the pass of Adumim, south of the Gog. It continued along to the waters of Eden Shemesh, and came out of En Rogel. Then it ran up to the valley of Ben Hinnom, along the southern slope of the Jebusite city, that is Jerusalem. From there it climbed to the north of the hill west of the Hinnom valley at the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. From the hilltop, the boundary headed toward the spring of the waters of Nephtoah, came out at the towns of Mount Hephron, and went down toward Baalah, that is Kiriath Jearim. Then it curved westward from Baalah to Mount Seir, ran along the northern slope of Mount Jearim, that is Kesalon, continued down to Beth Shemesh, and crossed to Timnah. It went to the northern slope of Ekron, turned toward Shekeron, passed along the Mount Baalah, and reached Jebneel. The boundary ended at the sea. The western boundary is the coastline of the Mediterranean Sea. These are the boundaries around the people of Judah by their clans. In accordance with the Lord's command to him, Joshua gave to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, a portion in Judah, Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron. Arba was the forefather of Anak. From Hebron, Caleb drove out the three Anakites, Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai, the sons of Anak. From there he marched against the people living in Debir, formerly called Kiriath Sefer. And Caleb said, I will give my daughter Achseh in marriage to the man who attacks and captured Kiriath Sefer. Oniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's brother, took it. So Caleb gave his daughter Achseh to him in marriage. One day When she came to Othniel, she urged him to ask her father for a field. When she got off her donkey, Caleb asked, What can I do for you? She replied, Do me a special favor. Since you have given me land in the Negev, give me also springs of water. So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of Judah according to his clan. The southernmost towns of the tribe of Judah in the Negev toward the boundary of Edom were Kabzeel, Eder, Jagur, Kina, Dimona, Adada, Kedesh, Hazor, Ithnan, Ziph, Telem, Bealoth, Hazor, Hadatta, Kirioth Hezron, that is Hazor, Amam, Shema, Molada, Azargada, Heshmon, Beth Pelet, Hazor Shur, Beersheba, Diziorthia, Bala, Ezim, Eltolad, Kezil, Hormar, Kislag, Madmana, Sana, Lebaoth, Shilhim, Ain, and Rimmon, a total of 29 towns and their villages. In the western foothills, Eshtaol, Zorah, Ashna, Zanoar, and Ganim, Tapur, Enam, Jamuth, Adullam, Sokoth, Azekah, Shariam, Adithaim, and Gedera, or Gederothaim, 14 towns and their villages. These names are difficult to pronounce, but let's read together still. Zenan, Hadasha, Mildagad, Deniam, Mizbah, Jokthir, Lakshish, Bozkath, Eglon, Kabon, Lamas, Kitlish, Gederoth, Beth Dagon, Nama, and Makeda, 16 towns and their villages. Zibna, Ether, Ashan, Ifta, Ashna, Nezib, Kainla, Akzib, and Maresha, 9 towns and their villages. Ekron with its surrounding settlements and villages. West of Ekron, all that were in the vicinity of Ashdod, together with their villages. Ashdod, its surrounding settlements and villages, and Gaza, its settlements and villages as far as the Wadi of Egypt and the coastline of the Mediterranean Sea. In the hill country, Shamir, Jatir, Soko, Dana, Kiriath Sana, that is Debir, Anab, Eshtemor, Anim, Goshen, Holon, and Gilo. 11 towns and their villages: Arab, Duma, Eshan, Janim, Beth Tapur, Afeka, Hamta, Kiriath Abba, that is Hebron, and Zair, 9 towns and their villages: Maon, Carmel, Ziph, Juta, Jezreel, Ekdium, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 towns and their villages: Al-Hul, Beth Zur, Kedor, Marath, Beth Anoth, and El Tekon, 6 towns and villages. Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jerarim, and Rabbah, 2 towns and their villages. In the wilderness: Beth Arabah, Midin, Sekaka, Nibshan, the city of salt, and En Gedi, 6 towns and their villages. Judah could not disclose the Jebusites who are living in Jerusalem. To this day, the Jebusites live there with the people of Judah. Sorry, let me take that again. Judah did not dislodge the Jebusites who are living in Jerusalem. To this day, the Jebusites live there with the people of Judah. Chapter 16. The allotment for Joseph began at the Jordan, east of the springs of Jericho, and went up from there through the desert into the hill country of Bethel. It went on from Bethel, that is Luz, or Luz, crossed over to the territory of Akites in Ataroth, descended westward to the territory of the Japhletites, as far as the region of Lower Beth Horon, and on the Gezer, ending at the Mediterranean Sea. So Manasseh and Ephraim, the descendants of Joseph, received their inheritance. This was the territory of Ephraim, according to its clan. The boundary of their inheritance went from Ataroth Ada in the east to Upper Beth Horon, and continued to the Mediterranean Sea. From Mikmethath on the north, it curved eastward to Taanath Shiloh, passing by it to Janoh on the east. Then it went down from Janoh to Ataroth and Naarah, touched Jericho, and came out of the Jordan. From Tapur, the border went west to the Kana ravine, and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. This was the inheritance of the tribe of Ephraimites, according to its clans. It also included all the towns and their villages that were set aside for the Ephraimites within the inheritance of the Manassites. They did not dislodge the Canaanites living in Gezer. To this day, the Canaanites live among the people of Ephraim, but are required to do forced labor. Chapter 17. This was the allotment of the tribe of Manasseh as Joseph's firstborn. That is, for Machir, Manasseh firstborn. Machir was the ancestor of the Gileadites, who had received Gilead and Bashan because of the Achirites were great soldiers. Because the Achirites were great soldiers. So this allotment was for the rest of the people of Manasseh, the clans of Bezer, Helek, Asir, Shechem, Epher, and Shemida. These are the other male descendants of Manasseh, son of Joseph, by their clans. Now Zelophehad, son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons but only daughters. Whose names were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They went to Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the leaders, and said, "The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our relatives." So Joshua gave them an inheritance with the brothers of their father, according to the Lord's command. Manasseh's share consisted of 10 tracts of land, besides Gilead and Bashan, east of the Jordan, because the daughters of the tribe of Manasseh received an inheritance among the sons. The land of Gilead belonged to the rest of the descendants of Manasseh. The territory of Manasseh extended from Asher to Mikmethath, east of Shechem. The boundary ran southward from there to include the people living at En-Tabur. Manasseh had the land of Tappuah, but Tappuah itself, in the boundary of Manasseh, belonged to the Ephraimites. Then the boundary continued south to the Canaan ravine. There were towns belonging to Ephraim lying along the towns of Manasseh, but the boundary of Manasseh was the northern side of the ravine and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. On the south, the land belonged to Ephraim. On the north, to Manasseh. The territory of Manasseh reached the Mediterranean Sea and bordered Asher on the north and Issachar on the east. While Issachar and Asher, Manasseh also had, within Issachar and Manasseh, within Issachar and Asher, Manasseh also had Beth Shan, Ibleam, and the people of Dor, Endor, Taanach, and Megiddo, together with their surrounding settlements. The third in the list is Naphoth. Yet the Manassites were not able to occupy these towns, for the Canaanites were determined to live in that region. However, when the Israelites grew stronger, they subjected the Canaanites to forced labor, but did not drive them out completely. The people of Joseph say to Joshua, "Why have you given us only one allotment and one portion for an inheritance? We are a numerous people, and the Lord has blessed us abundantly." "If you are so numerous," Joshua answered, "and if the hill country of Ephraim is too small for you, go up to the forest and clear land for yourselves there in the land of the Perizzites and Rephites." The people of Joseph replied, "The hill country is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites who live in the plain have chariots fitted with iron, both those in Bethshan and its settlements, and those in the valley of Jezreel." But Joshua said to the tribes of Joseph, to Ephraim and Manasseh, "You are numerous and very powerful. You have not only one allotment, but the forest hill country as well. Clear it, and its farthest limits will be yours. Though the Canaanites have chariots fitted with iron, and though they are strong, you can drive them out. Yeah, so the people are still occupying the land and getting the allotment. So tomorrow we'll pick it up in the next reading of chapter 18 of the book of Joshua. Let's not tire, let's keep reading.